Mrs. Femi has been married for over 6 years, and all through this period, her marriage can best be described as toxic, as her husband is only good at a few things: smoking, drinking, and beating her up, and sometimes in presence of their 4-year-old son. They've become so popular in their neighborhood as residents are now used to the constant hula baloo emanating from their apartment and have grown tired of interfering. Mrs. Femi has put up with this for years, hoping that one day her husband will change. Friends and family has advised her on several occasions to quit the marriage, but she's too in love with her husband to consider quitting the marriage an option. So one day, like many other days, Mr. Femi came home super drunk, only to find out that food was not ready yet. He confronted his wife, who tried to make him understand that in a matter of minutes, the food will be served. But he was too angry to listen. The next thing was punches being offloaded on Mrs. Femi's face. She fell to the floor, bleeding through her nose, screaming and crying profusely. The 4-year-old son, witnessing the whole scenario, rushed to the scene, and with his tiny little fist, he started to hit his dad, all in an attempt to defend his mom. But the unthinkable happened. The man picked up the boy, smashed him against the wall. On reaching the floor, the little boy could barely move. On seeing this, the mom rushed to pick up her son, shook him a couple of times, but there was no response. It was obvious that life had evaporated from him. All she could do was scream, and then the whole neighborhood gathered. They rushed the little boy to the hospital, but was confirmed dead on arrival. Long story short, Mr. Femi was later arrested, charged to court, and eventually imprisoned. They say marriage is for better or worse, but I say it is better to have a broken marriage than to remain in a toxic one. Say no to domestic violence and drink responsibly.